From BS and Beer Media, it's Top of the Bleachers with Jason and Tucker.
Handoff, Smith coming right, trying to outrun the coverage, makes a cut, gets it. Oh, he's still going all the way. He's going to score. He's got the five.
Let's see what the guys are talking about today.
Touchdown. Yo, yo, yo. Welcome into the Top of the Bleachers. Your host, Jason Big Guthrie. This is my buddy and co-host, Tuck Scarbrough. We're just hanging out, talking sports and hanging out, man. Be sure to hit that like button and the subscribe button. You can follow us on X at the Bleachers Pod. And brah, we got college football this week.
Heck yeah, man. Heck yeah. I know they're playing in Dublin. I cannot remember the two teams to save my life. Who is it?
Florida State and somebody. I forget the other one.
Florida State and somebody.
Hey, look 'em up.
I'm going to take Florida State since I don't know the other team.
They're the only ranked team. It wasn't against a ranked team. So
Dublin, Ireland. How cool would that be to be a college student and get to go to Dublin, Ireland?
that is cool. Georgia Tech.
I wonder how they handle the passport situation. Like, not every college athlete has got a passport. You think the university pays for that, or do you think they have to go out and get their own passport?
Good question. I don't know. I bet you they have to get one. I bet the school pays for it.
I remember when we were in high school, we got to go to Little Rock and play in War Memorial one time, and that I got pumped up for that. I couldn't imagine going to Dublin, Ireland. That would be awesome, dude.
I know, right? We also got 3 other games. You got Montana State at New Mexico, SMU at Nevada, and Delaware State at Hawaii. So
SMU, where?
at Nevada.
That's actually not a bad ball game.
Yeah. We'll see. That Georgia Tech, I think they're supposed to be better. I saw they got a 5-star offensive lineman recruit the other day.
So it's on Saturday. So what time are they actually playing in Dublin, and what time are we going to see the ball game here?
It's going to be on 12 p.m. our time, noon.
So it's probably a night game for them over in Dublin, right?
Yeah, I'm not sure on the time difference, but
That's
yeah.
the whole Olympics thing again.
Yeah. So anyway, we got some actual football coming, so that's good. We got those games on Saturday, and then the next Thursday is when we really kick off with all the.
So preseason NFL doesn't count for you as actual football, huh?
I mean, it's football, but it don't count. You know what I mean? It don't count. So yeah, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
But I this bring me to the next thing I was going to tell you. I was looking up some tickets for different ball games, and I know we were looking up tickets for Arkansas, Illinois, right? And but I went ahead and was looking up NFL tickets and stuff as well too. And man, the price of tickets is gone up drastically from the last time I went to a ball game. Anyway.
Yeah, if you want to watch sports at the price that we used to get into watch sports, and you got to go watch high school sports. Is what you got to watch. You go down to the high school and pay $10 and watch 5 ball games, you know.
Yeah.
And the popcorn's only like $2. You go to arena, you know, a tub of popcorn, you got to take out a loan before you go to the arena. It's getting ridiculous, man. And people always say the same thing every time you bring up the price of something. Well, the price of everything's expensive. Well, that don't mean it's right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just because everything's going up doesn't mean my paycheck ain't. That's for sure.
And past 6 can be cheap for the first time.
Yeah.
You might get lucky up there, man.
Yeah.
It's not so cheap down here in the South right now, anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, even the top of the bleacher seats where we're normally at, right? Yeah. Those were over $100 pretty much everywhere. Like all the games I were looking at, anyway. It's just crazy right now.
Well, because you're not, you know, it's not just the tickets. If it was like I could buy 2 tickets and that's it, but now I got to drive there. I probably want to stay overnight.
Yeah.
You're going to eat out at least once while you're up there. You know, I mean, it's just a sports trip, an overnight sports trip now has probably tripled in price of what it used to be.
Yeah.
And it's just, yeah. There are people out there that can afford it. And there are people out there going into debt to do it. But I ain't one of them. I'll watch it on TV and be just happy as I can be.
Yeah.
I'll even have instant replay.
Thanks, Nick. Well, I hope you're doing well too, man. Appreciate you watching. So let's see. Price of tickets are nuts, man. I was gonna tell you this story, man. So I was watching another podcast, a different podcast that I watched, and it was Kentucky. It was a Kentucky podcast. Okay.
Okay. All right.
And I want to give you a little backstory first on. I don't know if you remember Jackson Robinson or not, but he was at Arkansas for a year and transferred.
Yeah.
He was at A&M. I think it was A&M.
BYU 6-man, right?
Went to BYU. They're 6-man.
6-man. Yeah.
And then he transferred to Kentucky this year to play for Pope.
Sure. Pope goes. He's
all that makes sense.
Sure.
That makes sense. Sure. Well, this particular podcast was going to do an all SEC players pool.
So every school,
we're going to draft our fantasy team.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right.
And this guy from Kentucky.
Now, this was his first pick.
This was his very first pick.
Okay. First pick.
Jackson
Robinson.
And I about fell out of my chair, to be honest with you. I mean, they really think he's going to be the best player in the SEC next year?
Well, I don't know if you could say that one delusional Kentucky fan thinks that he's the best player in the SEC.
Well, he's kind of their spokesman for their podcast, Anyway, I was taken aback by just about one, I guess. It's how each fan base drinks their own Kool-Aid.
Oh, man. Do we ever?
Isn't it crazy? You know what I mean? Like, you think your team is just, we're the best, man. We're going to win every game. I don't see how we lose.
Yeah. It hurts me when I'm going through the season, okay, especially before we've even played a ball game. And I'm going through a season, and I get to a game where I know we're probably going to lose, okay? It hurts my heart to put that L in there. Like, I want to put it. It's the reason why I never do good in the NCAA brackets, because Arkansas is winning it all, baby.
Yeah, I know. I try to be as honest as I can, but it's hard when you're a fan.
Oh, I usually end up doing two brackets. I do one where Arkansas wins the whole thing, and then I do one where I actually, they only make the Final Four or something.
Well, it's funny that you said it hurts your heart.
It does. It hurts my heart.
Because I have another question for you.
I'm invested into these teams. I don't know why either. I have no idea why. I was thinking about that the other day. It's like, I never went to the University of Arkansas. I didn't graduate from the University of Arkansas.
I graduated from Arkansas State.
Yeah, there are 15 colleges in the state of Arkansas that I could root for, but for some reason I am and it probably goes back to that's who my dad rooted for, that's who his dad rooted for, so on and so on. You know what I mean?
Well, I wasn't a Razorback fan when I first moved to Arkansas, but then your family kind of won me over, I think. So
there you go. It's infectious.
Influenced me. So your dad influenced me too. So yeah. Well, anyway, it hurts your heart. That leads me into another question, because I was watching something else this week, and this guy said, "Yeah, I've only cried over a game twice in my life. Once was when he was a kid, which I understand. I can understand more. Once when he was an adult, a college student. And I find
he wasn't participating in the game.
No, he's not playing in the game. He's just merely a spectator of his team.
Okay. All right. Okay.
So my question to you is, have you ever cried over a ball game that you weren't playing in, but your team was playing, and they lost the game?
First of all, I've only cried like maybe twice in my life. Okay.
Whatever.
One of those times was when the doctor slapped me when I was a baby. So probably one time
Okay.
in my life.
Okay.
No, no. The only time I've ever cried over a ball game was in high school when I was actually playing in the game. It was my last time to play that particular team. It was my senior year. It was heartbreaking. We lost by 1 point. It was just
Yeah.
heartbreaking. And yes, I cried. No, other than that, that's it. Because if I'm not, like, I'm invested in these teams. Okay, I am.
Right.
I'm
Right.
invested, and I feel joy and excitement and heartbreak and all that. Sure, okay,
Yeah.
enough to make me cry. No, okay. The Hogs won the national championship in 1994, and me and my buddies drove around town honking our horns and calling the Hogs out the window. I was so excited. Never cried. Never cried. They got beat
Yeah.
the next year by UCLA. Did not cry.
I never cried over a game like that.
Michael Jordan got put out by the.
No, God, we have not cried over a game, bro.
Not over a game that I didn't participate in. No. There were some battles with my brother in the driveway that ended in tears, but it also ended in a fist fight. So that was totally different.
Yeah, that don't count either.
Yeah,
it's a little bit different. No, I meant like watching your favorite college team or
I watched
team or whatever.
Yeah, I watched Michael get put out by the Pistons. What was that? 3 years in a row? 2 years in a row? 2 or 3 years in a row?
Seemed like 10.
Yeah, it did. And never cried over any of those.
I didn't cry over that either.
Cowboys won the Super Bowl.
Speaking of playing basketball, didn't you go play the other day?
I did go play that. If that's what you want to call it.
How'd it go?
Not good, dude. Not good.
What?
I'm not. It turns out that I can't leap out of the building anymore. I can't. I have no legs. I had trouble getting the basketball to the hoop from the 3-point line. I have no legs whatsoever. I have got to start doing some leg days or something, some crunches. I don't know, man. It was embarrassing. We played at an outdoor goal, me and a buddy of mine named Travis. And this little kid named Marcus showed up. Marcus was in the 4th grade. Marcus and I played 1-on-1 to 20. Okay.
Yeah.
2s and 3s. Only had to win by 1. Make it, take it. All right. His mom pulled up and Marcus had to go, and the score was 19-17. I had the lead. Okay. I had the lead. But this kid was draining threes like you wouldn't believe, man. And his mom said, Mom said, no, you can't finish. We got to go. And I looked at her and I said, God bless you, woman. God bless you.
Saved by mom.
Dude, we only played down here for the last couple of weeks. It has been just miserably hot, 100 degrees easy. We got a little bit of rain that moved through the last couple of days, but up till then, it has been miserably hot. It looked like I had went for a swim, man. I was drenched, and we played for about an hour is all we played.
Yeah.
I have got to get in better shape. I have got to. My 50 is like right around the corner, and I'm just if I get there and I'm not in shape, I'm just going to give up. I know I'm just going to give up. I got to get myself back in shape.
I sort of feel like I already have in a way. Well, that's tough. I haven't played in quite a while, so I would be
prepare to be severely disappointed when you go out there. Prepare to be severely disappointed. This guy that I'm talking to right now, ladies and gentlemen, could drain a 3 from the 28-foot mark like it was nothing when we were in high school.
Yeah, I don't have legs for that no more.
Dude, I'm telling you, you're going to go out there and you're going to be like, I was shooting from like the elbow. That's where I ended up shooting from. It was about the elbow.
Ain't no shame in the elbow game.
No, elbow's a good game. Good game. Good game for me, apparently.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm glad you survived. Anyway.
I did survive. Yeah.
All right. Well, good deal. Another question for you.
Okay.
We were talking about this the other day in the when we were kids. They call it the 100-yard dash,
Yeah,
or the
yeah, yeah.
or the 100-meter dash.
Yeah, when I was a kid, I remember it being the 100-yard dash, and this might be one of those Mandela effects, like Sinbad in a genie movie. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Which I have seen that movie. People say
Yes.
that movie doesn't exist. I've seen that movie.
I've seen it too.
Anyway,
He was a good
when
genie.
I was a kid, I remember it being called the 100-yard dash, and I understand. America, we do yardage, and they do meters over there, but.
Yep.
I don't remember it being called the 100-meter dash when they went to the Olympics either. I
Yeah.
always remember it being called the 100-yard dash. And I noticed this year in the Olympics, everything was meters and all that. And I know Carl Lewis ran 100 meters. He actually didn't run 100 yards. He ran 100 meters. But that's
Right.
not what we called it when we were kids.
Yeah. This
So
makes me say something. Is there 3 meters in a yard?
there's 3 meters in a yard. No. Yeah,
So
I don't know.
So wouldn't 100 meters be 30 yards?
Yeah. No, that can't be right. Maybe there's 3 yards in a meter.
Maybe, no, I don't know. Oh,
You didn't tell me I was going to have to do math, man. You never told me I was going to have to do math. You told me, come on here and talk about sports. You said nothing about math. Okay.
see. Okay. It's 0.914 meters in 1 yard. So it's the same as a yard.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. Where was I getting that 3 and 1? Where was I getting that?
I don't know where you was getting that. 3 feet in a meter.
3 feet in a yard.
3 feet in a yard. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know.
There you go.
I don't know.
I'm goofy.
Yeah.
Well, when we was running them 100-yard dashes.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you could run faster with you barefoot? Or when you had some new shoes on?
I told you this the other day, man. I didn't feel like I was faster. I was faster barefoot when I was a kid.
I remember my aunt coming over and be like, well, hey, Gil, watch me run. I run faster with my shoes off.
Yeah, you know what the funny part about that is that I can't walk to the mailbox barefooted now without stepping on something and screaming in pain. Like when I was a kid, I remember running around in my grandmother's gravel driveway in my bare feet.
Yep, no more. None of that no more.
Can't do that.
Speaking of hurt, did you hear about this Mike Tyson Jake Paul fight?
Mike Tyson is getting back in the ring.
Yeah, did you hear about this?
And he's going to fight Logan Paul?
No, right? Jake Paul.
Paul. I get those two confused. They're both idiots. I don't know which is which.
They are both very much the villain of your story.
If they ever wanted to come on the podcast, though, come on.
Yeah, come on. Bring your viewers with you.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't want anyone.
I think this is the craziest thing I've ever heard for several different reasons. Number one, this Paul guy thinks that he's actually you're getting in the ring with Mike Tyson, man. Mike Tyson. I don't care if he's 90 and in a wheelchair. I am not taking a punch from Mike Tyson. I don't even care what the bank is. Okay. I ain't taking a punch from Mike Tyson. I've watched him on his videos. He's 60 years old. He still works the heavy bag and the speed bag. Dude, why are you messing with this guy? He's been in prison.
For money, man. For money. That's
and
why.
I can tell you this right now. When Mike Tyson was in prison, Mike Tyson was in charge in prison. Okay?
Well, I saw him at the weigh-in the other day, and Mike, he looks like he's in good shape. But
dude,
he's old, man. He's old though. He's in his 60s.
And then if you make him mad, he's liable to bite your ear off. Why are you getting in the ring with this guy?
Well, don't they always say that the last thing to go is their power for a boxer? Is that what they say? I
don't know what they say.
I thought that's what they said. Like, of course, you're going to lose your speed first and your agility.
Have you watched the Tyson workout videos?
If he still connects, does he still have the same kind of power?
Yes, he still knows how to throw a punt. Them hips still
Dang.
work. That rotation still. He's gonna knock this guy out.
Well, I hope
Okay.
so. Be
If
honest with you.
Harrison Casino has odds on this, I'm taking it, man.
I bet they do.
I'm taking it big time. I probably should get in now.
All right. Well, I don't know. I don't even know when that is. It got postponed. It was supposed to have already happened.
He had a video game made over him.
Well, Tyson got sick or hurt or something, and they had to postpone it for a few days. Or I don't know till when. They just did the weigh-in, so it must be coming up pretty soon.
He probably got scratched or something with the tiger that he wrestles with. Why is this guy getting in a ring with this? This is idiotic. This is silly.
Let's see when this is. November 15th. November 15th, man. We'll have to watch.
I ain't messing with nobody got a tattoo on their face.
Okay.
Sorry,
All
buddy.
right. Well, did you have anything else before we jump into some stuff?
No.
We've already jumped into some stuff, I know, but any more stuff? All right, let's talk a little basketball then.
Basketball. What about it?
So some news I saw. So had Kentucky got a big commit actually for next year. Malachi Moreno.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that on X.
That was a big deal for Mr. Mark Pope because people were worried if he was going to be able to recruit or not. And
well, I mean, it's too bad. It's too bad Ron Johnson's a senior because he could team him up with the best player in the SEC and they could probably tear it up. But
Ron Johnson,
is that his name? What was his name? The guy you were talking about from BYU. What's his name?
Jackson Robinson.
Jackson Robinson. I knew it was like a Bill Smith or a.
Oh my gosh, you're cracking me up here. Anyway, he was a 4-star, but he was like their number 1 ranked center or something. So, and then of course, Kentucky fans are all happy about that. And then the other news I saw was they finalized the Arkansas-Illinois game in Kansas City on Thanksgiving Day at 3 p.m. Central on CBS. So it's going to be right after the NFL, I think between football games. There'll be a football game and then the basketball game, and then there'll be a football game in the evening, I think is how they're going to do it. So that's exciting.
That is huge exciting because I get to watch. Yep. I get to watch the Razorbacks and my Cowboys on Thanksgiving Day. Are you kidding me?
Probably so.
How awesome is that, man?
It is awesome. And the WNBA is back.
Yeah, man.
And caught a couple games already, and
I saw that the New York Liberty have already clinched a playoff spot. They still got like 20 games to go or something like that. They've already clinched a playoff spot.
It's like the fastest ever or something, or the earliest ever or something like that.
And
that's wild.
I think everybody's pretty high on Asia Wilson as far as getting the MVP this year. Mm-hmm. But man, Breanna Stewart is freaking good, man.
She is good.
I don't know.
She is good.
That would be a tough decision if I had a vote. That would be a really tough decision right now.
Yeah, both of them are playing awesome right now.
Lights out. Oh, your girl Caitlin's tearing it up too, man.
Yeah, if we can't talk about WNBA without talking about Caitlin.
You got to talk about Caitlin Clark.
So she set the record for the most assists by a rookie.
Yeah, I saw that.
Which is crazy because, like you said, there's still like 20 games left or something.
Yeah, and she has. I saw one. She had like 19 in one game or something like that.
Yeah.
Now, one of the things that I haven't been seeing anybody talking about, and I always think this when I hear about assists, is good for Caitlin, 19 assists, but those assists don't come if your teammates aren't finishing the play. All right. If I throw you the ball and you miss the basket, that ain't an assist. Okay. Your teammates have got to finish, and her teammates have been doing that. The Fever are looking good, and they got a chance to make the playoffs, man.
Yeah. I'm kind of rooting for him secretly. I know we're not supposed to root for Caitlin, but whatever. I'm rooting
I
for her.
didn't say you couldn't root for Caitlin. You can root for whoever you want to root for.
I will give Angel some props too. She dropped 19 points, 20 rebounds, and became the first rookie to ever get 20 rebounds or something like that.
Did you
Whatever.
see her arriving to the arena?
I
Man,
didn't see it.
Angel Reese looking good. Let me tell you.
She dresses
Yeah.
up.
She does. She dresses to the nines. She looks good.
She dresses up for sure. Then anything else about the WNBA? I just watched a few games. I know they're just getting back in the swing of thing with after the Olympics and all that.
Yeah, everybody returning from the Olympics and everything. But man, I think it's growing. I think it's a good product. Every time I tune in, it's a good ball game. I have seen a couple of blowouts, but most of the games are pretty competitive.
Yeah.
I think the WNBA has got a real shot to become maybe the number 4 or 5 sport. You know what I mean? After the big 3.
Yeah. There's I think they're getting a lot of people watching them now. I mean, I'm watching them, and I have never watched them.
It's a lot better basketball as far as fundamentals and everything in the women's game than it is in the men's game. The men's are all about, Euro stepping and freaking kicking out for the 3, which they do in the women's game, but the women's game, they run a lot more screen, a lot more back cuts. I don't know. It just seems like it's better fundamental basketball.
I agree. I think so too. It's not all about athleticism.
Yes. Yeah, you got to. Your scheme works a lot better.
Mm-hmm. Well, then we got the NBA schedule came out.
Yeah. The NBA schedule came out.
Came out. I was gonna highlight some games here. One was Christmas Day. I always like the Christmas Day games.
It'll be LA, isn't it? Always LA on Christmas Day.
Oh yeah, they're gonna have a game for sure.
Yeah.
You got the Spurs and the Knicks.
Good ball game. Good ball game right there.
Yeah. Then you got the Timberwolves and the Mavericks.
Ooh, a little rematch there from the Western Conference Finals.
Another good game. Then you got the 76ers and the Celtics. So that'll be a good game. Should be a good game if everybody's healthy. We'll see how that goes. Then the Lakers get their game against the Warriors. So you got LeBron versus Steph.
Mm-hmm.
And then the night game is Denver and Phoenix. So you got Joker versus KD and the boys.
Dude, okay.
So that's Christmas Day. 5 games on Christmas.
3 out of those 5 will be really fun to watch.
I agree. Well, I don't even say 4, actually. I don't much care about the Laker game, but
I don't care about the Laker game or the 76ers game, but the other 3 sound like they'd be good.
That Sixers game should be a good game. That should be the 2 best teams in the East. Should be.
I can't.
On paper.
I can't do it, dude. Can't do it.
Can't give it to Joel, huh?
Oh, man. Something about that guy. I don't.
So did you look over the schedule at all, or just
No, I totally forgot about it, dude. I knew there was something I was supposed to be looking at, and I could not. I didn't write it down on my Boomer papers.
Oh, you good?
I did write down that I wanted your way too early NBA champion this year.
Okay.
Who's it gonna be?
Who's yours gonna be?
I think I'm going to go with the Dallas Mavericks.
No, you homer.
No. It's not a homer pick.
I'm a homer pick.
I think they're in kind of the same situation that Boston was in, where they just needed.
Yeah, I agree.
They need a little more time for everything to come together, and I think they can do it because.
You think Steph's going to push him over or Clay's going to push him over the edge?
And if Clay comes back and plays like yesteryear, Clay, yeah. If he comes back, 14 points ain't gonna hurt if that's all he's putting up. I mean, but still,
Yeah.
if he could drop some of them 40-point games like he was before the Achilles, dude, that would be so awesome. It would take so much pressure off of Luca.
That could be a good pick. That's not a bad pick.
I think it's a good pick. And it wouldn't surprise me if they were playing the Celtics again for the championship.
It's so hard to repeat, but
You go with the Celtics?
I think it's going to be Boston and Dallas again. Maybe Dallas. I don't know about Dallas, actually. Give me Boston. Boston's going to repeat.
Boston going to repeat.
Now, I want to pick Orlando, but I just think they need one more year.
You talk about a homer, dude.
I know. I'll totally homer it, but I want to pick them because I think they are capable of finishing the top 3. If you're good enough to finish in the top 3,
I would love to. I would love to see the Spurs make the playoffs this year.
Yeah,
I would love to see the Spurs.
That'd be exciting.
I think they need just like, well, maybe one more piece, and I think they could have a killer team down there.
Yeah, I know. Pop's putting them together down there. But yeah, the schedule looks. I mean, there's so many games. I mean, my goodness, it would take
82, isn't it?
It would take a week to go through all the games, though. Yeah, I know, but there's how many teams? 30 teams or whatever.
Yeah.
The other thing that part of the schedule that came out too was the NBA Cup. Have you heard about this? You know what the NBA Cup is?
Is this in-season tournament or whatever?
Yeah. So this will be the second annual in-season. So let's see. I got the dates and stuff. So it tips off on November 12th. Semifinals are in December, and then the championship game is going to be right before Christmas, December 17th. All of it, the championship stuff is going to take place in Las Vegas. So basically, they have 5-team pools, 5 teams in a pool, and then they have all these pools. And then 8 teams will advance to the knockout rounds. It's kind of confusing on how but basically, you win your group, you go. Then they take like the top 2 teams that had the best records in their group out of all the groups or something like that. Let me read this to you. The team with the best standing in group play in each of the 6 groups and 2 wild card teams. The team from each conference with the best record in group play that finished second in its group. It's a lot to say there, but basically if you came in second in your group and you're better than all the other guys that came in second.
Yeah, they could have just said they're going to take the top 8 teams.
They're going to take 2 wild cards.
Yeah.
So basically, the best 8 records.
Yes. Why didn't they just say that instead
of
making it all confusing?
I don't know. And the knockout rounds will consist of single elimination games. And then the semifinals and championship are played. The knockout teams will compete for a prize pool in the NBA Cup championship trophy.
A prize pool. So
yes.
What is that? What's a prize pool?
I don't know. I don't know.
So they're actually playing for like a little bit of bonus money. That's what
yes.
they're playing for.
Yes.
Okay. But it bears no weight on the regular season, and it's so I don't know.
Well, they count as regular season games except for the championship game.
Yeah. I get what you're saying. I'm just saying that it bears no weight on the actual NBA championship. You know, like I think last year LA won the midseason tournament.
Mm-hmm.
And then did they make the playoffs? Did LA make the playoffs? They got put out quick if they did.
No, but maybe records come into play. You know what I mean? Like if you had a tough group and had play 4 other teams that are really good or something, and you could have played Washington. Instead, you had to play Dallas. You know?
Okay, I get what you're saying there. Sure.
So it could affect it a little bit, but it doesn't. Not overall. Like I don't know how many games that is. There's quite a few games, but I don't think it's going to affect the playoffs too much. I mean, it does affect records, but anyway, it's the second annual one, so we'll have to pay attention to that as it goes. And that's about all I got for basketball, man.
I mean, if they're, I feel like there should be something else for the for winning the championship. Like there should be some sort of reward for winning the midseason cup. You know, I don't know what that. I mean, other than money. I mean,
they probably
get money out of it, but I'm just saying, like
they're probably got a decent little amount too, though. Probably.
Oh, I'm sure they do.
Probably.
They'll probably afford them tickets to that Kansas City ball game that we were talking about.
Yeah. All right. Well, moving on. We got now we got football.
Football, man! I'm so glad football's back. I'm so glad football's back.
So we already talked about.
I've watched so much preseason football. It's crazy, man.
That's good. I have not watched a lot, but I've watched some. First of all, I'm going to say about football. I know last week we were drinking the Kool-Aid.
Drinking the Kool-Aid a little bit, Jim.
Well, came back down to earth this week. Saw some thing, man. We had our second scrimmage on Saturday. We had 8 interceptions.
I tried to explain to you though, that's not really a knock. I mean, your defense got 8 interceptions. Maybe they can do that in an SEC ball game.
It's kind of a knock, though. I mean, our
O-line is a knock on your offense, but on your defense,
O-line didn't block very well. The quarterbacks are making bad throws. Yeah, it's making me ease off the Kool-Aid just a little bit.
Yeah, I happened to watch Sam's press conference after the ball game or after the scrimmage, and
he looked frustrated, didn't he?
He did. He looked very frustrated.
I thought so too.
Every coach is looking for that thing, whatever that thing is that brings a team together.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, man. We'll see as the season progresses. I got them going 8-4. I think they go 8-4 and they get a decent bowl.
Well, you're higher than most people.
Yeah, I'm a lot higher than most people. But
you're still drinking like half a glass of Kool-Aid.
Yeah, I still got a little bit of Kool-Aid in my glass. I do.
I don't blame you. I do too, because I like our defense. I like our receivers. I like our running back. O-line and quarterback are a little bit unproven, so I need some.
And I've brought this up time and time again. I don't care if you're talking about the NBA, the NFL, Major League Baseball. You're talking about college sports. There's always a team that was at the bottom of the league the year before that ends up surprising everybody and being up there towards the top when they weren't supposed to be. Last year, it was Missouri. Nobody expected Missouri to do what they did last year. So there's no reason that team can't be us.
Okay? Yeah. Sam even said they went like, I forget what it was, 4-8 or something like that the year before, and then they went 9-4 the next year. So he's like, if we can do it once, we can do it again.
Yes, they ought to be able to do it again.
We'll see. We'll see.
The only thing that really bothers me about the Razorbacks right now is their offensive line. I don't know. We'll see as the season goes.
They got some proof to do.
They do.
Yeah. I saw. Excuse me. The August 15th was the deadline for Florida State and Clemson to both say, hey, we're out of here.
Yeah,
we're out of the ACC. And that came and went, and nothing happened.
Yeah, they're both staying right there in there.
So I guess they're staying for another year or however long. But
I don't know if it's like signing a lease, like you got to stay for 3 years if you sign on.
No, they're already under a contract for a long time, I think, is the deal.
No,
okay. I saw their TV. This is the other thing about the ACC and why they're wanting out, because their TV rights still goes to like 2036 or something. and it's not going to get any more money. You know what I mean? It's like a low in here. These other guys are SEC and stuff's getting this way more money, and they're going to have a new deal in 3 years or something, 4 years. You know what I mean? Or way sooner. So yeah, the ACC they're in trouble. That's what they are, man. Because people start bailing out, they're going to fall apart like Pac-12.
So here, the ACC should do some preventative maintenance and find a way to restructure their TV right deal that stretches through 2036 instead of having all these schools abandon them or whatever they're going to do.
Yeah,
They need to go in and restructure their deal if they can do it, and I'm sure it's possible.
Where would you like to see these teams go if it were up to you?
ACC, Clemson and who?
Florida State.
Well, it only makes sense for them to be in the Southeast Conference. They're in the Southeast. I mean,
They are.
where else you gonna put them in the Big 12? I mean, Cal and USC signed up for the Big 10 or something like that. I don't know.
It's either Big 10 or it's SEC, I think.
Yeah, I think SEC would take them on and be happy. I mean, you'd be adding 2 teams. Make your conference 18 teams after
that. Yeah.
So that would be like 9 and 9.
No. I think we're 18 now because Oklahoma and Texas.
Oh yeah, that's right. So 20. We'd be up to 20.
It would be good for some rivalries because, like, you'd have Florida State, Florida,
South Carolina, Clemson.
Yep. And then Georgia as well. Georgia, Florida State, Georgia, Clemson.
One of the problems you run into in the SEC with 20 teams in there is that everybody's got a rivalry with everybody. You know what I mean? It's like, dang, we've got to cut out some of these ball games. You can't cut out the Iron Bowl.
Looky here.
You can't cut out the Egg Bowl. You don't want to cut out South Carolina, and I'm just ignoring the Go Tigers crap. That's just, disrespectful. I can't believe that you'd even put that on my comment list. What up, Dale?
Yeah. So I don't know. I think SEC would be the better fit, but they may end up in the Big 10. Who knows? We'll see. Anyway, they may not end up anywhere. They may stay. We'll see.
I think the bigger question is, who's Notre Dame? Are they going to jump into the ACC? Because they're already in the ACC as far as basketball and baseball, aren't they? Like football is the only thing that's
Notre Dame.
Yeah, that's independent.
Yeah. Notre Dame's ACC except for football. Yep. Hang on, I got a text. I gotta answer this text right quick because I told you earlier my wife's got some stuff going on.
His wife went to the ER. He decided to do a podcast.
Just rat me out in front of everybody. Why don't you? Not exactly the whole story. In a way, yes.
I would rather do a podcast than sit in an ER, man. I've sat in a lot of ERs before, and they are not. It's never any fun.
No, we'll see. Anyway, moving on here. So I saw the Cowboys picked up a couple guys this week. Got Jordan Phillips and Carl Lawson.
Carl Lawson, defensive end. Yeah. Still haven't made a deal with Dak or CD. I don't know. We're getting down to the deadline now. We got like a week to go. I don't know.
I know. Damn. I'm sorry, man. Sorry.
Hey, there are more important things. Okay, more important priorities, man. Come on. She knew the show was at 4. She shouldn't have got sick at 3:30. What in the world?
No, she's fine. She's fine. It's not like
it was a minor stroke. She's okay.
Stop it. You're gonna get me in trouble. Yeah, they don't have a deal done with the with CD yet. So.
No. Cowboys, Lance didn't look too bad. No chance Lance, I'm calling him. He didn't look too bad. Had a rushing TD. He's not very accurate, and I want the kid to do well. I really do, because he's got all the athletic ability in the world, but he can't seem to put everything together at once. He had a couple of good series, and then he'd come out and follow it up with a crappy series.
Yeah.
So
Well,
I think Cooper Rush is probably not in any danger of losing his backup spot. Got to get Dak and CD signed. Did you see Mahomes behind the back throw? Did you see
I
that
did.
thing?
I did. Yes,
Yeah.
that was quite the show.
Oh my gosh, man!
Yeah.
If the media loved Patrick Mahomes anymore, I don't know what he would do, man.
No.
The kid can do no wrong. All right. I mean, it was awesome. It was awesome. It was a behind the back. Yeah, that was cool. It was because Kelsey ran the wrong route. That's the reason
Yeah.
he threw it. He threw it behind the back. It's like,
That's
come
what he
on, man.
said. Yeah, he said he was mad when he threw it.
Kayla Williams looked really good for the Bears. Had a couple of really nice throws.
Yeah, he did.
He's got to get an offensive line. Oh man, the kid is running for his life every other snap. You know, he doesn't have time to set up in the pocket and show what he can do because he's running for his life all the time.
Yeah.
But he looked good, man. I still like him. Jaden Daniels looked really good too. He went like 17 to 20 something. Dude,
Yeah.
I'm telling you, those two right there are looking, especially now that JJ McCarthy's hurt. Talk about it last week about having the best showing of all the rookies, and what's he do? Blows his Achilles, out for the season.
Yeah, I heard it was a knee. Was it Achilles?
I thought it was it might have been an ACL. I don't know, but it's. I have started the Bleacher Pod curse now. If I talk about you on the Bleacher Pod, you're liable to.
I hope not.
Yeah, really.
You see,
What else?
Aubrey kicked that 66-yard field goal. You see that?
Oh, for the Cowboys, yeah. Look good doing it. The kicker for the Detroit Lions that ended up winning the ball game against the Chiefs, ex-Razorback. That's right, Razorback. Jake
Bates, right?
Bates, yeah. What about the old boy for the Bills, number 97? What was that guy's name?
94.
94. I got it written down somewhere.
Ran that guy down.
Corey Drag, man, ran that old boy down the sideline. Oh my gosh, what speed, man! Can we get a Cowboys uniform on this guy? Holy moly!
What was his name?
Corey Drag, but it's spelled like Dragge or something like that.
Okay.
94.
Okay. Corey Dre.
Oh, the kid is amazing, man.
Yeah, I saw that play. That was some hustle, man.
Man.
If you had all your guys hustle like that, man, shoot.
So the big question going on today in sports, talking about football, is whether to start Russell Wilson week 1 or whether we start Justin Fields week 1.
Yeah.
What do you think?
What I think, I don't know, man. Wilson it doesn't seem like he's been the same since he left Seattle. And Fields just he's so athletic though is the thing, but he's like he doesn't make good decisions.
He does not make good decisions, or he hasn't made good decisions so far.
Yeah, I mean Russell holds on to the ball long like he's always got to he's going to scramble away and make some play, and it doesn't happen for him anymore like it used to at Seattle.
Well, he's not as young as he used to be.
True.
The offensive line for the Steelers, he got sacked his first series. He got sacked 3 times. In the first quarter, he gets sacked 3 times. Russell Wilson. This is supposed to be your starter. You know, you're supposed to be protecting this guy, if not anybody else on the field. Yeah. He went 8 for 10, though. I mean, Fields ended up going 11 to 17. He did have a 42-yard rush.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I really don't know. I don't know. I feel like if you throw Fields out there week 1, I feel like you're setting him up for failure. You know what? But if he gets some more reps behind Wilson for 2 or 3 ball, but you can't let too many ball games go by because, I mean, if Wilson's losing
Yeah.
playoffs, it's hard to make playoffs in the AFC.
I trust Tomlin to make the right choice here.
I mean,
But I think Wilson just has more experience. I think you got to start him. But man, I would have him on a short leash. You know what I mean?
and is there a New York fan out there that can tell me why they still trust Daniel Jones to be their quarterback? Is there a New York fan that can get on here and tell me why I would ever trust Daniel Jones to be my starting quarterback?
I don't know.
That was some of the most pathetic. It makes me think of that Hard Knocks thing where we're not going to pay Daniel Jones so much to hand the ball off. Well, maybe you should because he can't throw the ball.
They should have kept Barkley for sure.
They should have kept Barkley. They're like, listen, you're going to hand the ball off a lot.
Yeah.
They did name Jaden Daniels. I saw today. They named him starter week 1 with still a preseason game to go. They named him the starter.
Nice.
They also named Minshew the starter in Las Vegas. Minshew won the job in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
What about old May for the Patriots? What'd you think of him?
He looked like he played pretty well. Still, rookie stuff. You see, like holding on the ball way too long. Kind of not making decisions as fast as he needs to, but at times looked pretty good.
Dude, talk about making decisions quickly. Have you seen Bo Nix play yet?
Yes, I'm very high on Mr.
Bo
Nix.
Nix is looking like he might make a run for that Rookie of the Year. He is looking pretty good. Yes. I didn't know what to expect of him. Wasn't really that high on him, but after watching a couple of preseason games, I'm like, hey, man, this kid can play. You might want to put him on the bench and save him for week 1.
Yeah, no, I've been high on him too since I saw he got drafted. I knew Peyton was gonna coach him up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I had kind of lost faith in Peyton after the whole Russell Wilson debacle that happened there, but I don't know. We'll see what happens, man. I'm really liking him. I really am. He's in a very tough division, though. It's hard to be a rookie and be in the AFC, man. Hard to be a rookie and be in the AFC.
Yeah, I agree with that too. All right, any other preseason takeaways that you noticed?
Oh man, preseason takeaways. No, I enjoy the preseason probably a little bit more than other people do because I don't know. I feel like the guys that they put out there are giving you max effort. You know what I mean? Like they may not be the starter, but they're going to give you max effort because they're trying to make the practice squad or they're trying to make the team. So, yeah. I mean, even with the bad quarterback play, some of the running backs have really made a name for themselves. I've seen some good running backs. I don't know, man. I'm interested. I'm interested to see,
Yes.
I'm ready for the season to get started, is what I'm ready for. I'm ready
I want to bring this up too. This dude has been tearing it up. Stetson Bennett,
yes, I saw he beat my Cowboys on a last-second play. I saw
he played good this week too, man. He's playing really good. So I like that. Good call, BS and Beer.
Well, he's got a really good head coach. So we'll see how it goes.
More preseason games coming this week, and we got real college football, man. So excited.
Real college football. Yeah, I'm going to have to get done early on Saturday so I can see it.
It's almost here, bro. It's almost here. All right, man. So now all we got left is our top 5. And this week we're going to do our top 5 tailgating foods.
Yeah, if you're throwing a tailgate, or if you're going to a football party, what's the dish that you bring with you that's like a must have?
This is a
You gotta have
must-have.
you gotta have this at a tailgate. Okay.
I
If
agree.
you don't, you might get your tailgate card taken away from you and never get to throw another tailgate again.
Okay.
This is also all personal preference. I mean, everybody likes
Yes,
different
yes.
stuff. So.
You know how many freaking foods there are out there. I mean, there's a bunch of different kinds of dips. I mean, you could have 5 different dips. You know, what I mean, if you wanted to. You know,
You mean
so
like the artichoke dip and the spinach dip and the 3
yeah,
bean,
yeah, yeah.
7
That's what I'm saying.
bean dip, all that.
Here you go. Here you
Yeah.
go.
I like
See,
that. I like his second comment better. Beer done.
beer. Yep, beer done. Yep,
Beer
yep.
is not food, even though I probably consume it like it is. It's
Well, you
not.
gotta have beer battered this and beer battered that and beer bat. You know, you can have some beer battered
Drunken
stuff.
chicken. You ever had a drunken chicken?
I've not. No.
Drunken chicken. They take like a can of beer, right? And
Mm-hmm.
they take the little Cornish game hens and they stuff them over the opening, and then they put them on the grill, and the beer boils in there. And supposedly it's supposed to enhance the flavor of the chicken or whatever. It tasted all right. I didn't really see.
Was this an aluminum can?
Probably was. I'm a redneck, man. That's what rednecks do.
Beer can chicken.
Beer can chicken. That is not on my list, by the way. Beer can
It's
chicken.
not on mine either. Mine either. All right. How do you want to do this? Did you rank yours, or you just got 5?
I just have 5, but I could probably rank them.
I've got 5. You want to give me your 5, or you want to go one by one?
We go one by one here. Number 5 on mine. You gotta have some jalapeno poppers. You gotta have some jalapeno poppers. I love them. With cheese, deep fried, wrap them in bacon, put them on the grill. Gotta have me some jalapeno poppers.
Okay. You like the grilled? You like those on the grill? And
I like them
everything, huh?
grilled. I like them deep fried. You know, they'll fry them like they do pickles and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Deep fry 'em. Yeah. I love that. That is good stuff, man.
Well, since BS and beer gave it away, I'm gonna go with one on my list, and that's the chicken wings. You got to have some chicken wings, some hot wings, some barbecue wings, whatever. You got to have some chicken wings.
Buffalo sauce, and you gotta have different flavors. Gotta have different dips to put my chicken wings in too, man.
Yeah.
I'm basically a ranch guy, okay, but I'm not above dipping into honey mustard or something. Got a little heat to it. I usually don't go. I don't go blue cheese. I won't go. I like blue cheese crumbles on like a salad or something, but I'm not big on blue cheese dip.
I do not like blue cheese at all. That stuff's horrible. All right. Well, so we got some chicken wings and some jalapeno poppers. What else you got on your list? I'll tell you
nachos. Gotta have nachos. I like nachos, especially this is more of a football party kind of food than a tailgate. But either one, man, gotta have some sort of nachos.
I sort of had nachos. I had Rotel cheese dip. You gotta have some Rotel.
Same thing, man.
Gotta have some cheese dip. You know what I mean? Like some good cheese dip. So that was on my list. So that's the same. We'll count that as the same nachos. Cheese dip.
Well, I had chicken wings on my list. They're just higher. They're at number 2. I got chicken wings number 2.
All right, chicken wings. All right. And then you had jalapeno. I didn't have the jalapenos.
You didn't have the jalapenos. Well, I
put another meat though. You got to have some brats. You got to have some brats.
Oh, went with the brats. I like brats, man.
You gotta have some brats, man. And you cook it on the grill. You got some brats. You got some wings, maybe some ribs.
Yeah.
I mean, you got some different meats on there, bro. You got to have some meat, some protein. That was on my list.
I did not have brats on my list. I did. At number 3, I brought in the spinach dip. I like the spinach.
Really?
Dip. Oh man, it's the only way. Yeah, dude. It's the only way I will eat spinach is in a spinach dip.
That's funny.
It's also one of those things that if I see on a appetizer menu, at a restaurant, I'm probably gonna get the spinach dip. Probably gonna get the spinach dip.
Yeah, I'm just gonna call you. I don't think that's top 5 worthy.
Well, that's up to you, man. That's up to you.
No spinach. You can't eat spinach at the tailgate.
It's
That's
not
too healthy.
really spinach.
That's too
man.
healthy. Is it fried spinach dip? Now wait a minute.
Yes, deep fried spinach dip is what.
Okay, that might work. Okay.
Yeah.
I got some chili.
Chili's good. Chili,
Gotta
I
have
like
some
chili.
Gotta have some chili, some meat, and some beans. I'm not a big beans in my chili person, but I will eat them. I'll eat them.
There are some people that will tell you that it's not really chili if it has beans in it.
I understand that, but they're wrong.
Yeah,
so
whatever.
Anyway, that's chili. I got a lot of meats on mine apparently.
Yeah.
All right, what else you got?
So I got number 1 on my list, man, and I'm a Razorback fan, and you got to have this at a tailgate. You got to have some pulled pork. Got to have some pulled pork at your tailgate. You can do it on a sandwich. You can do it as a side dish, but you got to have some pulled pork. Okay. That's number 1 on my list.
Yes. I'm with BS here, man. Meat is greater than spinach.
I totally agree with you, but spinach dip is not really spinach, okay, guys?
How you can be putting green on this list? Come on, man.
Yeah.
My final one, I didn't have these ranked. I guess number 1 would have probably been brats on my list. Brats and chicken wings. But I had Little Smokies. You know, the
little, man. Yeah.
Little barbecue, little smoky little thing.
Yeah.
Man, you got to have some Little Smokies.
Dude, Lacey does the Little Smokies, and then she'll take the Pillsbury croissant and she'll like wrap it in it, and it comes out a little pig in a blanket. Oh my goodness.
Man. Those are good too.
I can eat my weight in them things, man.
I can too. Those are so good.
Those are good.
All right, was that your 5? Did you have one more?
No, that was my 5, man.
That was your 5. Okay, those are good lists. I'm hungry now.
I am.
That's a good list. That wasn't actually that hard to come up with.
No, that was a pretty easy one. I think that's why I came up with it.
Yeah.
I was tired of doing research for our top 5. I was like, let's do an easy one.
How about a layup?
Yeah, layup every once in a while is nice, man.
All right. Well, before we get out of here, then I just want to remind everybody that mental health is important. And if you're struggling or you know someone who is struggling, you can tell them to call 988. That's the national hotline for suicide prevention, I guess. And so don't do life alone, and make sure and get some help if you need it. Don't try to struggle and think I'm going to tough it out. Some of us are not that tough. So get some help. 988.
Yeah, 988 is not just for if you're, suicidal. It's also if you are thinking of harming others. It's for people that are mentally struggling. You need somebody to talk to. You need somebody to lay your burdens on. They're there for you 24/7. 1-800-SUICIDE will also get you there, get you to the same network of people. 988. That's all I got, brother.
Me too, man. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll talk to you next week.
He's lying. He's going to drop us off, and then we're going to talk right after the show.
If you're still watching or watching later, hit that like, hit that subscribe. We appreciate it, man. And then until next time.
Peace, brother.
Thanks for watching our show. Remember to subscribe for more shows on the network. Smash the like button, share, and comment.